So, the future of Amazon FBA. Is it still worth it? Is it too saturated to start? Are there too many fees in Amazon FBA? Is TikTok Shop taking over? And is it still worth it to start an Amazon FBA business today? So this is my opinion. This is an opinion piece, just with my 7 years of Amazon FBA experience, coaching tons of people, running my own Amazon FBA business. What are we looking at for the future of Amazon FBA? It's most likely not what you think I'm going to say. So just starting from beginning here, and I just have to say it. If you are looking into Amazon FBA, this is a video you need to watch. You need to understand from the perspective of an actual seller what the future holds. That way you're not starting something that maybe crumbles in 2 years, or maybe there's just a better option in general. So with that being said, let me go into my personal goal, my personal theory of why we start e-commerce or private label brand or sell products on Amazon, why we start with Amazon FBA. So why I personally like to start my private label products on Amazon versus just a Shopify store or somewhere else comes down to 2 things. 1 being trust, 2 being traffic. So why don't go throw my products up on a Shopify store right away? Because it can take tens of thousands of dollars for that product to even be bought, get your first customer, whatever it is, right? Because we have to advertise to a Shopify store or a website that no one's ever seen or heard of before. And it's extremely hard to build trust with a customer to buy a random product from a random brand from a random site. So not only do you have to pay for that trust, which it takes an average of 7 times of seeing a brand to really have an opportunity to get a purchase. So not only is that a lot of ads, there's a massive skill gap when it comes to Facebook ads, Google ads, and they're very expensive. So I don't want to play that game. This is why I use Amazon FBA. The whole goal is Amazon FBA has 180 million Prime customers. They all trust Amazon. They know if something goes wrong, they can just pack up the return, send it back, and they're fine. So that means no-name brands can actually succeed on Amazon if we just understand the platform, which is what I spent my whole career doing. And on this platform, on Amazon FBA, all I want to do there, of course, I want to build a brand, but I really don't think about that when I first start. Yes, I'll do the packaging all nice. I'll think about the customer, know my target customer. My listing will be nice, everything like that. But at first, all I care about is cash flow. I want money in my pocket. That's all. And then once we have that money coming into our pocket, cool, we can pay ourselves, which is the whole goal of this business, is probably to quit our 9 to 5, have financial freedom, travel, whatever you want to do. But with that cash flow, we can now reinvest into more inventory, more products in our product line, which is the starting to build a brand. We can then use that cash flow if we want, right? We don't have to do this. We can just pocket all our profits. But what I want to do is then invest that money into a Shopify store. I can start running ads now. I can start building a brand, getting an email list, getting a customer list, getting horizontal sales, getting upsells, whatever it may be when it comes to building a brand. So essentially all I'm doing is hijacking Amazon and using their 180 million Prime customers that trust Amazon. So they'll buy pretty much anything that their little brains want to buy. And instead of worrying about branding and running all these ads and social media, I can just learn Amazon and get my start there. So that's all I care about, guys. That's all you should care about too at first is cash flow. Where is it easiest for me when I just want to start a product line or sell products online to get that cash flow, to get those initial sales? And to me, Amazon FBA has led the way for that the whole time. Now, let's talk about the future, because Amazon FBA is getting more complex. Yes, you could say it's getting more saturated. The fee structure is changing, which is just, again, more logistics. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to pay more in fees. So for the first time ever, I'm actually questioning, is Amazon FBA the right move to start a brand? The answer is yes and no. And let's start with the no side first. So no, because I am not going to discriminate against other platforms if I can achieve my same goal. So meaning, if I can get on TikTok Shop or Walmart.com or Etsy or eBay or wherever the next pop-up is, right? Temu, there's always gonna be things that come and go. But if I can accomplish my same goal of getting cash flow on TikTok Shop, that's fine. I'm gonna go do that, right? If I wanna pay influencers or be an influencer myself, I got a trendy, flashy product, my product fits on TikTok, cool. I'm gonna go sell there. I'm gonna go make some money there, get the cash flow, and then over time, build the brand. But obviously not all products do well on TikTok. Same thing as not all products do well on Amazon, even though you're more likely to succeed on Amazon with just some random utility product, where TikTok Shop, you're probably gonna need something a little bit more flashier at first, unless you're just a really good darn marketer. So again, I don't care how we accomplish this cash flow goal. I just want money and I wanna sell my products. So that's the no part. Let's go to the yes part and also the future of what I'm gonna be doing. So in the yes argument, Amazon FBA is still the best for a lot of reasons. One being the nerd I am, I like to go look at the US Census Bureau of e-commerce and retail sales. As of the last time I read this, we're still only at about a 17% of all retail sales done are online. Yes, only 17%. I would have guessed 50, 60, 70% of all products were sold online. No, only 17% with billions of dollars being sold every year in retail. So right, just imagine the whole US and all of the shopping done. Only 17% done online. Okay, can we just imagine 2030? Do we think online shopping is going away? Or is it going to get bigger? No, we can assume that's probably going to creep up to 30, 40, 50% by 2030, meaning billions of dollars are going to enter the online space. Now that can go to TikTok Shop, that can go to Shopify stores, that can go to brand websites, but who does the most e-commerce sales in the US by a lot? Who has the biggest moat when it comes to shipping, logistics, one-day shipping, sometimes same-day shipping that no one else can compete with? Many companies tried this. They ended up just selling their fulfillment side of things to Amazon because they could not beat Amazon. Going deeper in the nerdy side of things, what gives value to services? Biggest one of all is speed and convenience. Obviously prices, Amazon's got great prices on a lot of things. But when you look at a simple value equation, if I can get a product to someone that same day or in 2 days or in 1 day versus someone takes 7 days, that person's always gonna win, and that's Amazon. So I believe Amazon's going to keep up their market share of total e-commerce sales, keep growing because they have this massive moat where their value is just, it's too much. It's too easy for the customer, meaning that billions of dollars that are entering the retail online space are going to go to Amazon. So if we have products on Amazon doing 5, 10K a month, in 2030, I can see those same products doing 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 a month. And all we're doing is waiting and growing this product like a stock. So what am I doing in the future with the e-commerce space? It depends on the product, depends on what I'm doing with the brand, depends on my goals, everything like that. So with the future of Amazon, what my opinion is, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be more open to trying different platforms, but I'm not going to shy away from Amazon because I believe by far these other things could be just trends. We all know TikTok Shop could be banned any day now. I personally don't think Temu is going to stick around for very long. I don't think Shopify is the right move right away and spending tens of thousands of dollars on advertising in that massive skill gap for ads. But I'm going to be more flexible when it comes to selling these products, meaning that, yes, I'm going to go Amazon first, but then I'm also going to try TikTok Shop, and I'm going to diversify my ability to go try to make some cash flow. If TikTok Shop or whatever platform I'm trying at that time gives me better cash flow, gives me the ability to scale that product quicker with higher margins, I'm going to lean that way. If Amazon does that for me, right, with their 100 million Prime customers where they literally go to Amazon to shop, so the intent is there, I'm going to go that way. Because at the end of the day, my goal is just to get enough cash flow to reinvest into my brand so that eventually I don't have to worry about TikTok Shop or Amazon at all because I'm diversified. If Amazon goes down, because we all know seller support could be a little tricky sometimes, I have sales coming from TikTok Shop. Great. But with the total cash flow, what I'm more concerned about is diversifying to my own website, with my own customer list I own, with my own social media, with my own product line, the website that I control, everything like that. When you start getting sales there, that's when you can start holding up your middle finger to these other places. Doesn't mean we don't need them or if they're worthless that time, but these massive companies then don't have a major hold on our business, our livelihoods. So goal is cash flow first, diversify second. With that cash flow, then we have something real. We have a real business, a real brand. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. I'm gonna be more flexible of where this cash flow comes from. I'm not gonna discriminate if it's Amazon, TikTok Shop, wherever, because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is put up as little money as possible and get that money back. And with that money, then we could build something that's untouchable. Obviously, I'm talking over a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road because it takes a while to kind of get to that point where your Shopify is humming. And of course, you don't have to do that. You could just pull the cash flow, pay yourself, relax on a beach, spend time with your family, whatever it may be. So this is my rant on the future of Amazon FBA. This is what I'm thinking about. This was non-scripted, so this is me just getting on camera, talking to you guys, what I'm thinking about, everything like that. If you guys enjoyed something like this, just give it a like, give me a comment down below if you like this kind of opinionated stuff. And of course, you want actual videos that are value packed and actually thought about before they're actually made, go watch some other videos I have on my channel of how to start an Amazon FBA business. And I'll also throw up my video here where I actually link TikTok Shop and Amazon FBA so they can all be filled at once. All right, guys, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.